All right. What is going on, everybody? Hello. Bring my mic a little bit closer here. If I can. Setup is like fucking weird. Hello. Hope you all are doing good on this wonderful, maybe wonderful, I don't know. Friday, February 14th. I'm not gonna lie. Today was just fucking empty for me. Like, I was just sleeping. I slept through like half the day. You know? And then I woke up to my mom calling me. I was like in bed. And she was FaceTiming me too. I was like, oh jeez. I gotta hear her yap about like, hey, sleepyhead, it's like almost like 12 something in the afternoon. Anyways. Do any of you still get like phone calls from like your moms or even like your dad telling you like, hey, happy Valentine's Day or any of that? Does any of that happen to you all? My mom does it like every year. I'm just like, man. Like there's being appreciative, and then there's just kind of like I don't really know how you would describe it. But yeah. I think I'm coming down with a little bit with a sore throat too. Like last week, you heard me like on the Yakuza stream last Sunday, I want to say, or this past Sunday. I was like having it. Like I was coughing, and I had to like step out for a little bit. Fucking sinuses are just backed up, man. But I think I'm coming out with a sore throat today, so pour myself some tea with like a squeeze of half a lemon. Which I gotta say, just drinking this, just makes it seem like nearly identical to like the lemonade I used to make back when I was in 8th grade. Like when I moved to this town that I was in, we had a lemon tree, and we just like grabbed the lemons. Like, well, by we I mean me, because my parents, they didn't really give a shit. We had like, all sorts of shit growing in our backyard, but lemon tree was one of them. And I'd always want to make lemonade. And I swear, this kind of like brings me back a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah. But like I said, today was just empty. Like I didn't really do much at all today. Like I slept, and then when I woke up, I just ran some errands, came back, mind my own business. I worked out today. I did that. Got dinner, as per usual, every Friday. I get my chicken tenders, fries, the Dr. Pepper. Yep. Yeah. Even the song agrees with me. You know? That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't really know necessarily what to do for today. Like, I didn't know if I was gonna like watch anything, or maybe like if I wanted to do a game, like which one I would do. And I was like, you know what? We'll do this one. You know, I've been holding out on Doki Doki Literature Club for way too long, to be honest with you. Like, I wanted to play it like sometime later, but I figured why not? We'll play a little bit of this, and I don't know if we'll ever like return to it. This is my first time playing DDLC Plus. I've racked up about 30 hours in the first DDLC, so yeah, I can't wait to really kind of see what they got for this one. So yeah, I think I've done enough rambling for today, so let's just go ahead and kind of jump into it now. So let's see here. Let's see. Mic settings. Let me know if it's too loud as well, because I could try to lower the volume or increase volume if necessary. DDLC Plus. Man, I can't believe this is happening. Yeah, back in high school, I used to be in a literature club. Like, I went on to even become the secretary. Yeah, that was back in 2019 to 2020, so, you know, me and my friends would always just kind of like regard me as like the fifth unofficial dokie. Yeah. But this game kind of has a special place in my heart. My friends used to like be all about this game. It was this, Fire Emblem Heroes, and JoJo's. That was pretty much it. That was like the big three. Well, mostly the big three. I mean, one of us didn't want to play it because they were like, "Oh no, I don't want to play scary horror girl game." Fucking pansy he was. Let's see. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Well, guys, I guess this is it. This is the end of the stream. Probably one of the shortest streams I've had, but you know, yeah, this is the end of the road, guys. Let's see. View detailed content warnings which contain spoilers. No. Playing Doki Doki Literature Club, agree. You've noted the game's age rating in your region? Yeah. I know I have. Alright. Serenity Forge. Team Salvato. We are back, baby. Yeah. Man. This takes me back. Like, I first played this on a PC. It was my mom's old Windows XP PC. I had like the monitor, I had the fucking mechanical keyboard that just like click-clacked. Gosh. This is great. Just hearing this music again just brings me back. Here. Yeah. Alright. Here we are. Alright. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to anything she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Kitana. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Kitana, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Eh? Meanie? Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. She's an airhead. A total dimwit. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for that cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Woo! We're going to the club! Yeah! We got a new member! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Bro, this is like... That is like a good introduction. Like famous last words before entering the main plot. You know? My name is Ishmael. What other novels have like a very notable beginning? To be or not to be. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Memorable. Absolute genius writing. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Let's go! There she is, guys. There she is. Best girl right there. Right there. Hands down. Oh, man. Oh, man. I am stoked. Some of you may not know this, but like, Yuri is like number 2 on like my all-time waifu list. Real talk. I'll elaborate a little bit further as we go. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Kittana. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, and whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly in my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kittana. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Out of my league, yeah. For sure. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Kittana. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them and I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widens so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling Oh, give me a second. I'll be right back. Got a phone call. Alright, I'm back. Okay, just want to make sure volume was working. So, I got some bad news, everybody. Okay. I have some terrible bad news to share. My mom, she lost her job. Okay. My mom just found out this morning that she is out of a job. She no longer works where she does. And yeah. That really sucks. Has me, like, concerned. I mean, I'm sure she'll find another place to work here soon, but I'm just like, wow. Like, and who knows, you know, like, is it actually going to be, like, sooner than she thinks? Will it actually be later? I don't know. Anyways. Still feeling awkward. I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay. Are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes, decorated to look like cute little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full, and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you. Or anything. Baka. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. You know. You. Dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe you. Well, the tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into a literature club, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Yeah! Yeah! We're gonna get more members! We're gonna do it! Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Kitana, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri-san's smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her readings. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious that the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Man. Okay, real talk, chat. You know what I find kind of fascinating? Like when I talk to people? People who like have an interest that they just kind of do every day, like a hobby or some kind of activity, and they just get like so enthusiastic to just talk about it with you, you know? Like maybe you could just like mention something in conversation, just so nonchalant, and whatever it is you're talking about, like that person will just like light up, just instantly talk about this one particular thing that they like. Yeah. You'd be surprised how often I've come across people like that. And I bump into my mic filter, but yeah. That's pretty cool. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah. Been there way too many times. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Huh. I read a horror book once. I just really grasped onto something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I got a chocolate bar. I got a popcorn ball. I got a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why's that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Hey, give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sari slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it, yeah! Woo! Woo! Poetry! Yeah! Let's do it! Let's do this shit, guys! That's what I'm talking about. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Kitana? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Uh-oh. But... I'm sorry. I thought... Tana... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. We did it. We did it, everybody. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Took a cupcake and ran. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share. Monica looks at me once more. Kitana, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Kitana, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Tonight! Alright. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright. I have played these games before. So, let's do it. Email? Who likes... God. Who likes email? The heck? Alright. Something with tears. Oh man, okay. I'm going this route, huh? Actually, I have an idea. Wait. Hold on a second. This is the autosave? Okay. Tell you what. Okay. Alright. I've played these games before. Okay. I don't necessarily remember what each one likes, but let's see. Vivacious. Vitality. Super male vitality. Man, that's one I haven't heard in a while. Shit. Heaven Sent. Let's see. What's... Intellectual. Man. Imagine this just being the poem. Just a bunch of words. 20 words. Covet. Tone. Likes chocolate. I don't know. King Crimson. Marriage. Let's see. Determination. Man. I got an achievement for just taking so long on the poem. For just listening to the music. No, I'll tell you. This is a good soundtrack, honestly. Subtle, simple, like, honestly, I could like pair this with like music from either like Persona or Shin Megami Tensei in like a commentary video. Yeah. That'd be something I would do. Let's see. Let's go with vacation. Vacation. A climax. Alright, we need to pick this up a little bit. Let's see. Doki Doki. Okay. Contamination. A cage. Alright. We need to think. Wrath. Feel my wrath. Speaking of wrath, you know what show I've been thinking about? Wanted to rewatch? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So good. So good. Uncanny. A whistle. Aura. The infinite. And we'll go with okay, this is the last one. I don't know. I don't even know. Okay. All right. Here we go. Hi again, Kitana. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. or I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Back at it again. Let's do this. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kitana. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Zarya told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You're going to hell. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Classic. Amazing. You heard it here, folks. Is manga literature? Oh, I don't know. After all these years, I've yet to decide. Don't worry, guys. Kitana always gives his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even me asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry. That's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. So I see we have a little bit of OCD in us. Okay. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Kitana can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy, no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read. Shit. That book is dusty. Let a cough there. So it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? That's what I want to know. Unnatural. Raw talent. God damn. How does she do it? She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Zari and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. I've been waiting for this! Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same one she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. You think? She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... That's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well? Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over to the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. Damn. Sounds intense. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Kitana? No, it's not that... I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri was into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna cough real quick. Man, I got like a bug stuck in my throat there. Sorry about that. It's just that those kind of stories, They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in, then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Oh, not again! I'm sorry. Rambling. Yapper. That's what she is. She's a yapper. Gosh. I know somebody who yaps. Or I know someone like that. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm so sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still don't understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she was reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Yeah. The apology queen over here. I do? Yes! Yes, you do! Say sorry a lot. Goodness. I really don't mean to. Sorry. Closing the stream. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Alright. This works. Yeah. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Genius! Amazing. I'm making progress here. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. That's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page. Excuse me. Wow. My thumb gently let go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses a lot of the things that she says or does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Kitana, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really don't know. You were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Uh-oh. It's time. I think it's time we share today's poems with each other. Yay! Poem sharing. Yay! We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna just cough here. Alright, we're back. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I can't believe this shit. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn. Wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiraled notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself, dying in the process. Fuck. Alright, who do we share with first? I guess we could go down in order. Yeah. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. This is a good poem, Kitana. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. I'm the kind of guy who would be writing poems. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. I guess. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Kitana. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. And then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry. I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Let's see here. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast. It's a secret, guys. This guy is hiding something. Sayori, This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out... Or it came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. Yeah, get it right, Kitana. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Alright. Let's go down the line. Down the list here. Natsuki. Kitana, if you're gonna take this club seriously, then go home. Or if you're not gonna take the club seriously, go home. Go home, bub. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. I'll start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. Shit. I'm dying here. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Eagles can fly! Yeah! It's like the best one in the whole game. The most memorable. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah. Guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yeah. You really showed me, Natsuki. Man. What a visionary. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Oh goodness. We haven't even started. Or we just got started. Already falling apart. Oh my gosh. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Yeah, you did nothing wrong, Yuri. You did everything correct. Huh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow. That's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant... Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah... Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. If you don't mind, do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. Yeah. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? She's been waiting for this moment. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Amazing. Beautiful. Talent. Great. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost story? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Kitana. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Of course, girl! What do you think? You think I'm here for? You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Kitana. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, the last ace in the hand, Monica. Hi, Kitana. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Give me a second here, though. Anyways. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Kitana. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Kitana. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me, or it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who's using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I've never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write away everyone else. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah, it's not like I have to worry about that. What do you mean by that? I've played these games before. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You seem pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Give it a read. Hole in the wall. Oh no. Alright, it's not what I think it is. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Ooh. Sounds really nice, Monica. I wonder what that means. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not so sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I guess you could call it that. An epiphany. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happing chattily. Are happy chattling? The fuck did I just say? Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Thank you. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy? Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Yeah, Sayori liked it. And Kitana did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Kitana liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Ooh. Uh-oh. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kitana appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Kitana started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Get away, Monica. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Kitana? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Kitana. Wait, there's no reason... There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kitana? She has a fair point, guys. Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course that's going to be... Oh, shit. Wait, I'm trying to think. I don't remember if it depends on the route. Oh man. Here, we'll do it anyway. But Yuri did have a point. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. Wait, what? Oh, wait. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri? Eh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it. It becomes something really personal. What the fuck? I did not say this. I don't remember this. When did I get so wise? What the fuck happened? Huh? That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Oh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. You kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, and at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling even bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the palm in her hand and throws it in the trash. Slam dunk. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. Probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright. I believe you. Thanks, Kitana. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Make enough for me. Or make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kitana, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone... no, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Yeah, everybody's nodding. I'm nodding. Kitana, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Kitana, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that to myself, then to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Also, get that ass banned. Soft Mature Account created February 14th. I wonder. Makes me wonder. Alright. Well, I think this is a good, I think this is a good place to really save. Yeah. Yeah. Because I'd play a whole lot more, but I got plenty of things to do for tomorrow, so yeah. We'll go ahead and exit and just oh, what happened? Login? What is this? What in the world? Metaverse? Side story? What the heck? What in the world? No price solution. Side stories. Side stories are the stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems to different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. What? This is how you get side stories? This one looks locked, but we can look at this side story. Okay, sure, we can do this real quick. And maybe we can look at some pictures too. I don't know. Well, that's cool. It's like side stories. More interactions with the club members. I don't think I've seen that scene. Okay, everyone. The Literature Club is starting. Let's all have a seat and take attendance, okay? Ugh. I miss Debate Club. Who knew it would be so difficult to start a new club? I feel worse with every day that passes without anyone coming in. I'm really starting to lose confidence. Monica's the only member of the Literature Club. In the days that have passed, all of her efforts to recruit new members have been fruitless. Am I going about this wrong? Monica glances at one of her flyers. The headline is, Do you like literature? Maybe nobody is into literature enough to pick it over their other club interests. I can't just rely on people liking literature. I need to sell them on a vision. A vision? But what kind of vision? Monica rests her head on her desk, deep in thought. But before she realizes it, the recent nights of staying up too late start to catch up to her. It's so quiet, and the noise of the air conditioner is soothing. Man, that is tough. I get the picture. Hello? Ooh. Suddenly, the voice causes Monica to snap awake. Oh! Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I never do this. Is this the napping club? No, this is... Monica pauses, suddenly embarrassed to admit that this is, in fact, the Literature Club. This is the Literature Club. Yay! I thought I got it wrong for a sec. I'm super sorry. It was like so unprofessional of me to do that. Don't apologize. I do that all the time. Oh. Did I miss the club meeting? Where is everybody? Well, about that. This is everybody. Really? Just you? But we're getting more members. I'm working really hard on it. Hold on a sec. If it's just you, that means I get to be vice president. Wait, vice president? What are your qualifications? Well, I'm better at napping than you are. Maybe I should be president. Now you're just making fun of me. Oh, I'm sorry. What was your name? Sayori. Okay, Sayori. I've been trying really hard on this club. I know you caught me at a weird time, but it's really disheartening to not be taken seriously, you know? I care so much about this. I just want to find other people who do too. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I do care, I promise. I have a hard time being serious, that's all. I didn't mean for it to hurt you. And I was joking about the vice president thing too. I would make a terrible vice president. I mean, I'm sure that... Monica tries to say something reassuring, but it's difficult when she still doesn't know much about Sayori. I'm sorry that this isn't, like, a real club yet. Would you still be interested in joining after a few more members, at least? Well, no. I want to join now. Really? Yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun. Besides, I can tell how hard you've been working. You're doing something amazing, and you should be proud of it, you know? So, let me help you turn something stressful into something fun. If nothing else, I'm good at that, so... Honestly, how could I possibly say no to that? That's really sweet of you, Sayori. Oh, I'm Monica, by the way. Monica. That's such a cool name. Yeah. I mean, that is a cool name, yeah? Monica. Oh, now you're just trying to cheer me up. But you're smiling. Well, I didn't say that it didn't work. Monica glances at the flyer on her desk and realizes that her name is already written on it. So, what do we do first? Well, it's getting pretty late, isn't it? We can go home and try to come up with some new ideas to recruit club members. I can do that. Cool. And I think I need to put some more thought into my vision for the club. You know, like a mission. My mission is to make everyone happy. Yeah, something like that. I need to think about it. Hey, do you like hugs? I guess so. Sayori suddenly pulls Monica into a friendly hug. Then let's go. Some people can just really use a hug sometimes. Besides, Sayori whispers loudly, hug energy is what keeps me at my best. Hug energy? Monica laughs. Although Sayori is very different from her, Monica feels her spirits lifted. Maybe it's just because she finally found another club member, but... Well, I'm looking forward to tomorrow then. It'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna really think hard tonight about how to get more people. Yeah, me too. Alright. Nice. A day passes, and the time comes for the literature club, Monica and Sayori, to reconvene. There's more! As president, Monica ensures that she's the first to arrive to the club room, but she finds herself waiting longer than expected for Sayori. It's been 10 minutes already. Maybe Sayori changed her mind about joining? No, that can't be. She was so excited yesterday. But I'm getting kind of worried. Suddenly, Sayori comes bounding through the door. In her hand, she's holding a sheet of paper. Sorry I'm late. I'm here. It's okay. Welcome back. And Sayori spins over to Monica and deposits the sheet onto Monica's desk. Oh? What's this? Take my hand. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. Caution me to watch my step, so I can't look back at my footprints. Climb the stairs ahead of me while I look up to you. The more I look forward, the more I look up, the more I can lend to you. If you can trust me to follow your pace, I'll trust you to set it. If you can trust me to lend you a smile, I'll trust you to return it. Take my hand, take me forward, take me to your dreamland. So Sayori comes up with the first poem? What? This is crazy. This is insane. Hey, this is really good. You wrote this, Sayori? Of course. Wait, no. That's the wrong side of the paper. Huh? I wasn't ready to share that yet. I'm so embarrassed. Monica flips over the paper. Written on the other side is a list of ideas for recruiting new club members. Oh, so this is what you meant to show me. But I'm curious now. Do you write poetry often? I do. But I'm sure I'm not anywhere near as good at it as you are. Really? I'm actually terrible at writing poetry. I've never written anything I was happy with. Like, I always read it again after a week after I write it, and I'm like, wow, this is so stupid. Oh, wait. Ah, no. I meant to take a screenshot. There we go. Alright. Stupid hotkeys. I gotta adjust that sometime. Anyways. Wait, what happened? Okay. I don't know. It's like the dramatic version of me doesn't agree with the person I want myself to be. Or something like that. Aww. You should have more confidence in yourself. You're the Literature Club president. I guess you're not wrong there. I need to, set a good example, or whatever. You know, I can envision the club doing something like that. Doing what? You know, like sharing poems we write, and stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I would love that. It's such a good way to learn about other people, you know? It's like we have so many emotions that we can express to other people, usually. But you can when it's in a poem, right? Yeah. I think that's helping me form a more cohesive vision for the club. So, I'm glad you showed me. Well, even though it was by accident. Me too. I felt embarrassed at first, but now it feels kind of good that someone else read it. I'll try to show you more of them in the future. I'd love that. Oh jeez, I'm getting distracted. Do you want to go over this recruitment brainstorm together? My brain stormed so hard. It was like a brain hurricane. My brain is a natural disaster. Sayori, that's terrible. Anyway, let's take a look at the list. Make cupcakes. I was hungry. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let me think about this. I mean, when would we have a chance to give people cupcakes? You know, like when they come into the club. What if we said we had free cupcakes on the flyers? I'm like, kind of worried that would bring in the wrong kinds of people, you know? Wrong kinds? People would just come for the cupcakes and then leave. Aw, nobody would do that. That would be mean. But you know, I want to find people who are really into literature. Even if they don't know it yet. Let's see. The next thing on the list. Hunt for people reading books. I don't think I get it. Like, going around the school and finding people who are reading books, you know? Like in the morning or during lunch. And we tell them to check out the literature club. Well, the problem with that is, like, wouldn't most people reading books just be doing it for an assignment or something? How would we know if they're reading just for fun? Well, you could ask them. But then we'd be bothering people who are trying to do schoolwork. I didn't think about that part. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. You're coming up with a lot more things than I can. Oh, your next idea is to hand out flyers, rather than just put them up on the wall. I'd definitely like to start doing that. I'm useful! I never said you weren't. I just need to think. What would we tell people when handing them out? I don't want to just be like, join the literature club. Let's figure out how we can better engage people. What if you told them about the club activities and stuff? What club activities? Yeah, I guess it was supposed to be my job to come up with that, right? A vision for the club. Okay, Sayori. Pretend you're a normal person for a second. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. You know, like a random passerby who's getting a flyer. How would you react to the idea of a literature club? Probably like, literature is stupid. I'm joining the anime club. What the heck? Sorry, I was just thinking of a friend of mine. Okay, what if we said that we, like, do group reading and discuss it together? I would probably nap through that. That's you, Sayori. Yeah, but that doesn't really sound fun to most people anyway. We need to really catch their interest, you know? Ugh. This sucks. Why is this so hard? Monica, don't be sad. What do you like about literature, Sayori? Me? Well, kind of what I said about the poem earlier. I think it gives you the chance to express yourself. Like, express yourself in ways you can't normally do when you're just doing your normal day and talking to your friends. I mean, we have so many thoughts and feelings that we just don't get to share, you know? It's like intimate. Yeah. How do we get that across to people? We could be like, express your true self. Or even better, show me your true self. Show me your true form. Be intimate with us. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That kind of... Okay, that's kind of... I'm just kidding. Am I? I don't know. Oh my gosh. What? What is it? I forgot all of my things in my classroom. I must have gotten too excited and rushed here. Silly me. Rushed? But weren't... never mind. Did you want to get your stuff then? I'll forget if I don't do it now. Well, I'll wait for you then. Okay, it'll only take a second. Sayori dashes out of the room, leaving Monica momentarily alone. Monica sighs and starts jotting her thoughts on a sheet of paper. Express yourself. Be who you want to be. Make new friends. Discover a new you. Discover your heart. No. Write your heart out. No. Write into your heart. Write the way into your heart. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. Wow. That's lame. It's another one. Isn't there a way to like screenshot stuff off of Steam? I forget what it is. I think it's like FN3 or something. It's F12. Okay. Yeah. I should have taken a picture on the thing. This is what I used to do when I played the original. I just take like screenshots of like silly moments or artwork. I don't know. Monica! You startled me. Sorry, but it's something important. On the way to my classroom, there was a girl reading a book. Reading a book? Let's hurry and recruit her. Wait, are you sure she's not just doing homework? I could tell she was really into it. Well, I guess we could take a look. Monica grabs one of her flyers and stands up from her desk. Then the two depart from the classroom, with Sayori leading the way. This way! You don't have to run. Sayori leads Monica over to a particular classroom, then lowers her voice to a whisper. See? In here. Monica peers through the window. Sure enough, there's a girl sitting alone, intently reading a book. I feel like a creep doing this. Should go inside and talk to her. Me? You're the president, and I would probably scare her away. Okay, fine. I'll do it. Monica takes a deep breath, then timidly enters the classroom. That was fast. My gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Why? What happened? Well, I entered the classroom, and she didn't even look up from her book. So I just kind of left the flyer on her desk. Then I walked out. That's kind of cute. But I'm sure she'll see it and want to join the club. I hope so. Shall we head back now? The two head back to the club room. Sayori feeling rather accomplished, and Monica still feeling a bit embarrassed by the encounter. Upon returning, Monica and Sayori resume their strategy meeting. They discuss various kinds of recruitment tactics, from professional to silly. After going through Sayori's list, and with Monica coming up with ideas of her own, the two end up in a better spot from where they began. Well, I would say today was pretty productive, wasn't it? Yeah. I think we're starting to make progress. I can't wait to get some new members. Hey, what's this? Sayori peers at the sheet of paper Monica was jotting on earlier. Oh, don't mind that. I was just thinking to myself. Join the literature club. Write the way into your heart. That's so cute! I thought it was a little overdramatic, but Saori pauses and thinks for a moment. You know, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. What? What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like I can tell from talking to you today. It seems like you're always afraid of doing something wrong. Yeah, but would you call yourself a perfectionist? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely am. I mean, I always have an idea in my head of how I want things to go, and it's like, I can't accept anything less than that. But in the end, it helps me try my hardest at everything. So I don't think it's that bad. Like with this club, we have such an opportunity to make it exactly how we envision it. But it feels like we only have one shot at it. So I'm just really afraid of it deviating from that. The vision. What's the vision? It's... Monica pauses to think, then shakes her head to herself. She sighs. I don't know. I just want everyone to... Monica trails off. Smiling, Sayori taps her finger against the sheet of paper. Write the way into your heart. I think what you're trying to do is to make the club that you need the most out of anyone. Well, you're the one who knows yourself best, of course, but I'm here to help you. Monica returns Sayori's smile. It's sort of amazing how kind you are. We're really gonna make this the best club ever. Sayori nods, and the two remain silent for a moment, lost in thought. The only sound is the steady whisper of the air conditioner. And the only movement is the afternoon sunlight, trickling its way in and out of the moving clouds. Sayori breaks the moment with a big yawn. Time to go home? You tell me. You're the president. And that's the case. Today's meeting is officially over. I look forward to tomorrow. Me too. Sayori beams and grabs her things. You can go on ahead. I need a few minutes still. Oh, I can wait. That's alright. I just want some time, some alone time. In that case, Sayori waves enthusiastically at Monica. There we go. Good luck! Monica smiles and waves in return as Sayori spins her way out of the clubroom. All alone, she sighs to herself and takes a minute to zone out. She wasn't prepared for the self-reflection encouraged by Sayori, but she decides to do something she probably needed right about now. The club that I need the most. I don't get it. I just wanted to start a club with more passion. Something that I could use to lead people to happiness. Literature is the key to that, because it's the window to the real person inside of us. Underneath the person who's forced to always smile and blend in. The person who's forced to be perfect. Monica suddenly notices a folder on the floor by her desk. Did Sayori leave this behind? Hope it doesn't have her homework in it. Worried, Monica opens the folder to check. Poems. The folder of poems. Become the flower. Feeling of joy is a flower plucked from the ground. The color, the scent, so pretty in my hair. Every day, I pluck some flowers, as though they grew just for me. A lifetime of peace and nourishment, yanked away in an instant. All for me, all for joy. I need more. I need more joy. I need more happy. Pluck, pluck, pluck. Every day. Pluck, pluck, pluck. So pretty in my hair. Pluck, pluck, pluck. You're going to die. And you too. Oh. You're going to die. And you too. I need more joy. I need more happy. So pretty in my hair. You're going to die. And you too. Wow. Beneath my feet, a flower stands alone. It beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends? I look in every direction. In the field I stand in, the prosperous field, is a barren wasteland, the fruits of my labor, the carnage of my joy. And that's why I decided I must become the flower. Become the drink. What the? Wait. Sayori? Oh. It's all connected. Man. But they even got the time right. It's 12:21. What in the world? Alright, there's part 2 to this, but I think we can maybe look at that next time. There's pictures. Oh man, all sorts of stuff we can unlock. Promotional material. Secrets? Oh man. Man, this encourages you to like play even more. Music. Yeah. Sure there's gonna be like more that'll play. Man. That's crazy, but I think we're gonna go ahead and end it here, everybody. Yeah. Alright, because it is getting late and I do have stuff to do tomorrow, so yeah. Well, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Or for anybody who even did. I don't even know. But listen, I'm going to be away tomorrow. I got someplace to be in the afternoon. And then I wasn't sure. I think I said in the schedule I put out on Discord that the time might be subject to change. Let me just go ahead and double check here real quick, but I think we're gonna go ahead and for today, technically. We're gonna do Yakuza at 9, but I think we're gonna do it at our usual time at 8. So yeah, because I have a meeting that I gotta be at 6, and you know what? I don't even know what this meeting is about. Well, I know what it like entails. It has to be with like one of my clubs, but there was no mentioning of this meeting at all. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I don't even know the details. Like, okay, I'm just going to like fill you all in on this, okay? Let's say I've been a part of this club for a little more than a year, okay? And so it's a swordsmanship club, by the way. It's like it's a club that has to do with like samurai swords and stuff like that. I know the joke writes itself, but just hear me out a little bit more, okay? So I've been a part of this club for a little more than a year, and so one of the members, the president, decides to let me in on the club member officer group chat. Okay, the club officer group chat. I haven't like officially been inaugurated or been uh, declared as like a officer position or whatever. And there were all sorts of things that were going on this summer too, which he needed my help with to kind of like help get the club still active for this year, which I thought I just kind of did, as just like, we didn't have that many members in the club anyway. So, he just tried to like grab a hold of like mostly everybody he could anyway, but regardless, um but yeah, he just like up announced like this meeting, and I don't even know what this meeting is about, you know? So, I don't know what we're going to do. I don't even know where we're meeting. That's the thing. I don't even know. Like, is it on campus? Is it through Zoom? I don't know. But it's a meeting. Anyways, that's going to be it, everybody. So, thank you guys very much for tuning in, watching, I don't know. And yeah. Oh, by the way, one more thing I do want to say. For everybody on YouTube, thank you. Thank you so much for having me reach 10 subscribers recently. It's been very awesome. I'm very grateful for, the kind of small community that we're building together. And yeah, I hope we I hope we really gather a lot more people and just really build up this community even more. That's all I'm trying to say. And so, in light of that, I'm going to go ahead and have a special Q&A going on. So, I put out a community post a couple of days ago. So, if anyone wants to put up a question there, and feel free to ask as many questions as you want, since there's not a whole lot of us, just go ahead and ask away. And then we're going to do it till next Friday. By next Friday, I'll gather up all the questions and I'll put out a special 10 subscriber Q&A for you guys. All right. So thank you guys very much. Again, it's a huge milestone and I hope it only gets even better from there. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Oh, and you can also ask a question too over on the Discord in the FAQ section. Let me just go ahead and share that with you all here. So, display, as you can see here, 10 subscriber Q&A, just in the FAQ. We have a thread going on here. And we have a couple of questions. We have a few questions here so far. So, yeah, join the Discord if you haven't already. Really trying to get ourselves built up here, so yeah. All right, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to announce. Again, thank you all very much. Have a good one, and I hope to see you all next time. All right, so I will see you all later for Yakuza 0. Okay? See you all later, and peace out.